So next gen is LeBron 20. Next gen, let's talk about its strength. The cushioning overall is a bit plusher than the LeBron 20. It feels like the Zoom Air, you can feel the midsole is a little bit more forgiving, but at the same time, the heel seems like it's a bit more substantial in the LeBron 20s. The LeBron 20s feel like the Zoom Air is there, but it's on the forefoot. It's not as soft. It's more like flat and a little bit bouncy. On the heel, it's like super mushy. But at the same time, the Zoom Air unit is significantly bigger, so it seems to be a better shock absorber. But overall stability, I think cushioning wise, I would say next gen is slightly better overall. Forefoot you can feel, and the heel a little bit more stable. Strangely, for the LeBron 20s, its heel super crazy soft like Zoom Air and extra soft cushion line, and on the forefoot it's like you got Zoom Turbo, but you just feel like it's a little bit too firm and there's like minimal amount of zoom in it. Considering the amount of Zoom Air in it, you feel like this has a lot more zoom on the forefoot, while this seems like using half the zoom on the forefoot. So traction wise, it's a very similar pattern, but I personally felt that the next gen was just slightly more not as sensitive to dust like the LeBron 20, but it also varies color to colorway, rubber material type to material type. The stability wise, it's not too bad, but unfortunately outrigger is a bit more towards the pinky toe area instead of the lateral side, so it feels not as stable as it should, and the upper material is a little bit soft and is like protruding out, so it's not locking down your foot as well as it should. But for the LeBron 20, the outrigger is prominent. The midsole is a little bit firmer on the outside here on the lateral side, so there's a good amount of stability, and the upper material is locking down a little bit more firmly than the next gen. But in terms of durability, next gen I feel like is a little bit better, because the LeBron 20s, especially the knit material, see how it got ripped? Someone stepped on it and it just got ripped, and you can see the black line, as in the inner black thread is exposed. That's how bad it is, considering the price point. And the fit, I would say fit is pretty much, both of them are nice, and they form nicely around your foot. But of course, I would say LeBron 20 is a better fit than the next gen, because the next gen has this little bit of wonkiness around the lateral area. Ankle stability in terms of, well, heel slippage, 20 has a lot of it to offer. It uses the sphere foam, which is perforated foam, but it seems like it lets you slip without providing that substantial foam cushioning that hugs your heel. This, even though it also uses a sphere foam, it's a lot more substantial and thicker, and it's actually a little bit higher. It's not low cut, it's not mid cut, it's like low mid cut, somewhere around there. So it feels like it locks your ankle and heel down better than the LeBron 20s. But at the same time, it's a lot more padded and a lot more stuffy. Not crazy hotter, but relatively hotter than the LeBron 20. LeBron 20, it's not the most breathable, but it's more breathable than the next gen. And yeah, they have pretty much the same insole, but the cushioning is a little different because of the midsole and the Zoom Air setting, as I mentioned. What else is there? Yeah, that's pretty much it. A price point, next gen is cheaper, and next gen is strangely more lighter than the LeBron 20s. So there, go take your pick. That's something you might want to consider when torn between the two. Slightly better cushioning, slightly better stability, slightly more breathable, slightly better heel lockdown.